Hello, hi, how's it going? Welcome to episode 11 of It's Never Sunny in Duskvol. Yay, yay, everyone say yay, yay,
Yay!
yay. Look at that happy, look at all those happy faces. Welcome. This is a Blades in the Dark game. If you don't know, Blades in the Dark is a thief game, crew kind of game set in a sort of like Dishonored dystopian post-apocalypse society where there's a lot of like undead and like ghosts that there's no underworld for them to go to. It's kind of like Fallen London. Also, it's probably another good touchstone. So yeah, as kind of some quasi-British is also the other sort of touchstone there. So welcome. Hi, how's it going? I am Eric. I am the game master of this game, and I will be responsible for bringing Doskvol to life. I'll be responsible for being a fan of the players and enriching their lives full of complications, tragedies, and strange turn of events. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's okay if you haven't seen any of the episodes because we're going to do a quick little recap, describe who we are, and all those kinds of things as we're doing our introductions here. So hang on tight, and we'll be good to go. So let's go around. Since Blades in the Dark is a game that uses clocks as a big GMing tool, it's always appropriate to go ahead and introduce everybody clockwise. So Jewel slash Kelsa, the player, how about you go ahead and say how you're doing, who you are, how they can find you, and who you're playing today.
Hello, I'm Kelsa. I am playing Jewel today. I'm a hound, and what that means, if you're just joining us and not familiar with Blades, is that I am someone who, my character is someone who tracks and uses violence like a dog. And so I have a pet monkey named Mr. Bubbles, and I'm kind of the enforcer of our crew. I tend to go around and stop trouble and sometimes cause it.
Just sometimes.
Yeah,
just sometimes.
If there's somebody in our group that needs to bring the ruckus, it's Jewel.
It's true.
Awesome.
Definitely bring the ruckus.
Yeah. Cool. Let's keep going then. Paul, what's up? Hey. Hi.
Hey, I think after this is done, like introductions, I'm gonna go take a note out of your book and go get a sweater because it's also hella cold here. I'm Paul. I'm Liefington. I'm gonna play Seer, who is a leech, which means he's an alchemist, and he can do all kinds of crazy stuff, and usually does.
Yeah. He's kind of like the wild card of our group.
Apparently. Like it's been drifting so far from like original character concept that I had in mind. It's kind of fun to see.
Yeah. Just funny background story. I think you have the worst track record with rolling of our group than anybody. Is that fair to say, everyone?
I think that's true.
Could be.
You've been nearly killed so many times.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm like rolling less like during a game now because it's been so bad, and just subconsciously I'm like, just don't do anything. Like, try to stay out of it. Just give them a helping dice. Like, just don't touch the dice yourself.
Yeah, you've just been
get crapped on.
Yeah, it's been really unfortunate, but it's also been really hilarious. Nice. And then last but not least, Asteyni. Hey, welcome.
Hi. Thank you. I am Asteyni. I am playing Vale, who is our slide. And if you're not familiar with Blades in the Dark, that means that I am the negotiator, the liar, the manipulator, and kind of de facto leader at this point because I don't trust these two guys to do anything right.
I mean, that's pretty fair, considering the things that we have done. And
especially when I've not been there to kind of keep you in heel.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think we did well last session while you weren't here. I mean, we accomplished goals. Yeah, we
She was here in chat. She saw you betray her. Don't worry.
I wasn't gonna mention that. What are you talking about? We definitely didn't all just pocket the money from that. What?
Don't worry. I'm sure that even though no one can lie to Vale, you two guys, you're so good at what you guys do. I'm confident you can pull it off.
We can't lie to you, but that doesn't mean we have to tell you the truth.
Cool. All right. So before we do like the previously on part, I just want to do a quick little like note to everyone watching and everyone playing. I live in Seattle, and Seattle's currently in some kind of like high wind tornado risk zone. So if I lose power, I'm really sorry. I'll try to tweet out from my phone or something, but like there's a chance everything could just turn off at any moment. So I think it's okay right now, and everything's fine. I don't hear like the wind or anything, but that's just a fair warning. So we'll just play as much as we can until the powers that be stop me. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the previously on thing. This is a mechanic that I've introduced into the game. I've stole it from Torchbearer, where if somebody hasn't already done it, like as someone who hasn't done it the previous week, they can go ahead and do the sort of previously on Blades in the Dark or It's Never Sunny, and you can recover a little bit of your health. And in this game, health is tracked by two different ways. One is trauma, and the other one is stress. We're going to be recovering stress, and if my lights keep doing this auto-changing, I'm going to kill my webcam. So, we'll see. Alright, so, yep, I'm going to have to fix that. Anyways, who wants to do that while I adjust my cameras, or my lights?
I think Liefington actually has to do it because I did it the time before. And Asteyni wasn't here last time, unless you want to go ahead and give the recap because you watched the episode.
I was sick, so I was
That's fair.
I was just like more tuning in, hanging out. Don't remember a lot except that you guys stole money and stuff.
We didn't steal money. We just got money and then didn't share it.
Yeah, that's
Right,
kind of
yeah,
what I'm saying. Like the one time we earned money and you guys are like, well, we don't need to put that into our crew or anything.
I mean, I said we needed to put it in the crew, and then Sierra was like, no, Jewel, just put it in your pocket. And I was like, okay.
Listen, all I'm saying is that if I could persuade you, then you actually just really wanted to all along. But what happened last time on It's Never Sunny in Duskvol was that our esteemed guest, Dr. Wreckage, was filling in, playing Adric something apparition
Aaron.
aficionado.
Adric Aaron.
Yeah. So he plays a whisper, so that's usually a clue that there's gonna be some spoopy shit happening. And we got a little job from Casta. We just have to jack some shipment mid-transit. Easy peasy. We got like the route and everything. It's gonna go great. Turns out didn't go so great because I rolled the engagement roll. And then the convoy wasn't just a convoy, and it was like a bunch of hulls, which is like I mean pretty much a golem, right?
Ghost
Like,
in the Machine. Yeah.
it's like a machine driven by like some bound ghost. Which we fought one, and it kind of went well, okay, I guess. And then Adric became a spoopy ghost himself, jacked the artifact that we were going after, and then it gave him super ghost powers, and he wrecked everything. But now he is slave to a demon.
Or vice versa, it's hard to tell.
You know, all in all, pretty much worth. Because he paid us off, and then I was like, we should just keep this money.
Yeah, Adric was so excited to take away that artifact. He was like, just have my share. I don't care. Whatever. I'm good. Bye. And he just literally just left off with this artifact. And is dealing with that right now, which probably won't show up on screen today. You can never be too sure when you're GMing Blades about what's going to happen each session. But,
True.
you know, we'll see.
But that's most of what happened in
Sweet.
last episode.
Yeah.
There was also some bathing stuff, but
Yeah, that was awkward. We don't need to go into that. I
it
mean,
was weird.
You're right.
probably
There
going
was
to be related later.
there were a lot of scenes regarding a claw-footed bathtub last episode.
I mean, that claw-footed bathtub is practically its own character now.
I know, if you keep using it, it's going to become a cohort. That's a Blades Mechanics joke. Okay.
I thought it was funny.
I believe we are in downtime. So yeah, go ahead and reward yourself of a point of stress. Or, well,
Yeah.
relieve yourself of a point of stress, I think is the better way of putting that. I'm sorry. And...
Actually, I'm pretty sure we ended with downtime, but I don't know if you want to do some for Vale.
Yeah, I feel like we did too. Like we actually
Is that-
went through the
So I have,
downtime.
like, no stress.
Because like we started with downtime, we did the thing, and then we ended with downtime. Because in the first downtime was when the first bathtub scene happened, and in the second downtime was when the second bathtub scene happened.
Yeah.
That's right. That is actually correct. So maybe we should see something along with what Asteyni was doing. Or, well, I'm sorry. We should see what was going on with Vale, what she was doing while we were away. A quick little...
Okay. Like, as far as downtime goes, or just, like, flavor scenes?
Well, I think you're allowed... I believe what we've been doing is that if you weren't here, I allow one free thing of downtime, one action, and then also just maybe describe what you were doing. You can either use what downtime action you want to espouse what you were doing or like support it, or it could be completely separate and then describe what you were fictionally doing, and then also, by the way, I also did this, right? Depending on how important it is, I don't know. Here's a chance for you to just be flavorful and introduce a little vignette if you want.
Well, the thing is that Vale was fairly injured the last time she was here. She took level 2 harm shocked.
Yes.
And that's part of the reason why she was not present at the Painted Lady when all of this went down. She was probably off on her own somewhere recovering from that.
Oh, that's a good point. So you've just been recovering.
I would imagine so.
Bathtub.
Okay.
No. What does recovering from level 2 harm entail? Do I have to roll something?
Oh yeah, so this is a good point. When you want to recover something that's not level 1 harm, there's actually a recovery clock that's on your sheet. I believe it should be in roll 20 as well. Go ahead and do me a favor and check if there is. Great.
It's right underneath your action where you mark your harm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a separate clock there instead of on your clocks page, specifically for recovering harm.
Perfect. Great. Excellent. That's really awesome, actually. Okay, so let's talk about your recovery action for downtime. Recovery is a part of downtime actions. You can only recover when you're in downtime. This represents you either going to a hospital or having a private person come to your house, or you having some friend or somebody tend your wounds, but you're not really moving around on the middle of a heist, right? So when you recover, you're going to immediately you're going to immediately remove all level 1 harm, but then anything greater than level 1 harm begins to get ticked down on what's called a recovery clock. You're going to be advancing the clock once you receive your treatment, and I believe what's going to happen is that this is basically considered a project that you're working on. I think that's how it works without looking at the rules.
Yeah.
Let me bring up the reference sheet real quick.
As long as the clock's not done.
You have as long as you have the means to address it, which you do, which is basically a place to rest and lay low for a while. You're going to need to roll. See, here's what I don't get. What does it mean when it says? Do we ever find the answer of what it means when you're rolling a trait? Isn't that just your, is that like a fortune roll?
Yeah, it's like a fortune roll based on like how
circumstances, right? This makes sense, right? Because if you were like recovering in a hospital, I would imagine you would roll an extra die for that trait versus recovering in a fucking swamp,
So if you get someone to help you, then it's like if you've got like a doctor helping you, then it would be like the doctoring
trait,
the doctor that you hired.
That makes sense. Yeah. So it's a fortune roll. It's almost like an engagement roll where you just tally different traits up and it gives you a die pool here. I think it would be fair to start right now saying that you have 2 dice.
Okay.
This
I
is just
would
like
definitely.
any. Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say I'd definitely use my influence to get a doctor to treat me as a noble, like, and I have money too, so I can pay if I need to.
Can you go ahead? Do you have a doctor friend, or then will you need to find one?
I'll need to find one. I don't have one under my shady friends. I would imagine I would have known.
I have a doctor friend. If you want to talk to my doctor friend, would you have asked for help in this?
I don't think I would have.
Well, never mind then. I'm not offering.
I appreciate that, but I think at this point, like, you guys don't know what happened to me or where I went. Like, Seer saw me leap out of a window, and then I've just been gone.
Okay.
And that's the last we saw of you. That's pretty.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's also Stasia, who's an apothecary.
I'm not. I don't know. Apothecary.
Stasia could help you, but it would not be nearly as good as a doctor, right? A doctor
I would rather go with a doctor.
Yeah, right. You have the funds and the means to express this. Sure. Okay. So you just want to. I immediately think of someone like a concierge doctor, like Royal Pains. Like there's like
Sure,
a
yeah,
fancy
something like that
doctor
would be
who makes
great.
house calls, right?
Yeah.
Who has to deal with some like random shit. Okay, but they're not usually cheap.
I'm willing to pay coin for that.
Okay.
How much coin?
I don't think it will cost. I don't know. I think this might depend on the trait, on the role. I think.
Could I use my resolve since that's kind of like my social clout and all that?
Wait, no, I don't think that really works. I don't think it works that way in terms of. I think I'm trying to punish you too hard right now. I think it does work the way you think right now, and I think that you have this doctor person. I'm not going to make you have to roll for this doctor. This person exists. This is like because downtime is supposed to represent that you're successful at this stuff. The role would be just how much effort and time things have gone into it, right?
Okay.
You automatically succeed at a downtime action. Is just the extent of success is what's at stake here. So just go ahead.
So then, can I like fork in my social clout to make him want to help me more and get like more dice on that, or no?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you a little short on social clout?
I mean, I'm nice and beautiful, except for my weird white streak and my hands, but I can wear gloves.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your recent fiascos with the magistrate. I'm talking about the you being spotted with a 10-penny guy. Kind of like a little bit of upstartness stuff. Basically, you're still kind of on the fringes of that. I'm not sure if you can leverage that for a concept. To give you an idea, this guy like makes house calls in Brightstone. Like this is a reputable person. This isn't a scoundrel. This is an actual professional.
Okay. I think I misspoke. Instead of meaning social clout, I meant like social graces. Like just being so endearing to him that I win him over, and he kind of overlooks the fact that I'm kind of on the ropes, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes more sense. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I was going down a different track. Cool.
Well, I mean, I misspoke, so.
All right. Yeah, this is just for the record, if you want to write notes here. This is the doctor's name. It's Dr. Zamira Templeton.
Okay.
She's half Iruvian. Graduated, not summa cum laude. What's the second one?
Magnum
cum laude. Yeah, from Duskvol.
Some cams are messed up.
The cams are messed up. Who's the fucking producer of this show?
I don't know.
You should fire him. Get a new one.
I know,
Seriously.
right?
I'm so sorry about that. Thank you, guys. Oh god, all the cameras. All right, Are you rolling?
What am I rolling then?
Oh, this is 2d6.
Okay, so I didn't get an extra die from trying to use my social graces or anything?
No, I'm factoring that in already.
Okay. Then it's just an attribute roll, or
It's technically a trait roll. It's the same as a
But I
fortune
can't-
roll.
I can't. Okay, I clicked fortune roll, and now it's making me select heat, tier, engagement, gather info, attribute, quality, magnitude, or sheer blasted luck.
I'll just go with blasted luck. I don't
Or
want
quality.
or quality. Yeah, don't deal with any of the other nonsense.
Okay.
Good question though.
Just pick a thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll ask you. The next thing is note, and you type in what it's actually for, and then I'll ask you for how many dice.
Okay. 5.
Nice. That is 2 ticks on your clock.
So I'm still very wounded, basically.
I mean, just -1 die to everything you do.
Oh, should I have taken a -1 die to that?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think it factors into actual recovery tests. This would be only if you were on a mission. That's when it would come into effect.
Okay.
John's very generous when it comes to that kind of thing.
So that was a downtime action. So would
Yes.
that proc my playbook a little something on the side? I earn +2 stash at the end of each downtime phase.
I think that's fair. You know what? That's fair. That never says you have to actually be a part of stuff, so yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to just adjust the Roll20 dice thing so everyone at home can see the mechanics that goes into rolling a 5. Just so that's all on screen for everyone's viewing pleasure. Okay,
Nice.
cool. Great. So there was your downtime action. So yeah, you spent most of the time recovering. Okay. So now it's everyone's favorite part. What do you want to do?
Very little, because I'm still fucked up.
Oh, obviously we need something that's going to be a milk run. Just get in, get out, get paid, right?
Oh God, please give milk runs.
And maybe we should
Yeah.
like have a scene of us talking about what we want to do next in the inside the painted lady.
And that's probably a good
Yeah.
idea, because like I probably just showed up one day. Like I was gone for like a couple weeks, and now I'm just back, and I haven't said anything about where I've gone or what's been going on.
So
Perfect.
how, I like you start off looking like really good, but how good do you look compared to that?
I have probably put extra effort into my appearance to try to compensate for the fact that I feel like shit. So, and then I have like everything is in place, but I'm like I don't seem like my natural casual, like there's something obviously amiss about me. Like I'm on edge. I don't seem relaxed and like in control like I always do.
All right, let's get down to business. We need some more money around here.
What did you do while I was recovering?
You remember your friend Adric? We helped him out on something. Paid him back for the help he gave you.
How did we pay him back? We paid him for his time. We didn't owe him anything.
That wasn't what he said.
Is that true?
Honestly, I don't remember exactly how that went down. I think we came to him, actually. So
when,
maybe that's not entirely true.
when we first did business with him, we were supposed to give him 2 coins, but we were like, but we can't give you 2 coins. We'll
We
just give
talked
you
him
1."
down into 1 coin
Yeah,
and publicity, and he accepted that. So
sure, but like, we kind of shafted him. So, like, maybe we did something for him. It could be.
Could be true.
a thing.
I'm just asking, like, are you hiding something from me? Would I pick up on that?
I think you might.
Okay.
I think you might pick up on that because I seem to remember that we came to him for something, and then he was like, "Well, actually."
Yeah. It's not so much that you're lying to them, it's just that you're omitting, like you're not telling the full truth.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
you know
haven't said
that.
anything that's not true.
Yeah.
but I might be. I don't know if you'd pick up on the fact that she's not being entirely honest.
So how's the and I'm like asking, like, how's the billhooks shit going on for you guys? Like, have you like seen some more fighting in the street?
Are
What's
you
the
are you
news
doing
on
that,
that?
and then you're gonna be looking at me to answer that question, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm really glad you asked like that, right? So the last time we saw anything about the bill hooks and that kind of stuff, there was that it culminated in the explosion over at Gris and basically blew up that poker house, the casino, not poker
Mhm.
house. Yeah, so that place is gone. It's literally a smoldering wreck now. That killed a significant number. I mean, it killed Ulf Ironborn. It killed several of the leading people of the bill hooks. It didn't kill the father guy. It didn't kill the guy that got out of prison, right? He's still around somewhere. The fighting has basically died down since then, as like both sides are reeling from their wounds. The city has kind of been the city's been restoring order. It's no longer on page A1, now it's like on A6, if anything. There's still a trend of animosity between Scotlanders and Akarosi, but it's no longer boiling over. I guess is the best way of putting it. Everything has been kind of, returning to normalcy. The billhooks have definitely lost a significant amount of their claim, but so has the Skovlanders, led by Ulf Ironborn. So nobody won. Nobody won this. I would say it's a war, but it's still going on. It's obvious, though, that the Skovlanders get arrested more than the billhooks.
That's fine.
Yeah, none of us are Scovlanders.
So if you guys care, I will go ahead and remove Gris from the map. I will just leave this smoldering wreck here.
I like that smoldering wreck. Like, I appreciate that smoldering wreck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but Ulf's
mentioned that
dead.
before.
Blew up in a building. Blew up in an explosion.
Well,
Okay.
listen, we could use some more money. Maybe we can look at staking another claim. What do you think, Vale?
Which claim are you suggesting?
We don't have very much turf. It's hard to call ourselves a gang when it's just you, me, and the girls.
And thugs.
and
Oh man, are you really just literally cutting them out? That's awesome. Is Seer literally in the room when you're saying this?
Oh yeah,
Oh
I feel
my
like
God.
yes. I definitely feel like
He's
yes.
like literally at the table next to you.
and he's like, but me.
Right?
Hello. Yeah. Love it. Cool.
And I guess those thugs too.
I guess I'm under the thugs, but still.
I mean,
You're under the
right?
girls.
I mean, I remember that one time when you dressed up like one.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was good.
I think I don't say anything. I just kind of wait for you to continue with your thought.
That's pretty much our whole idea. Like, we should stake a claim for some turf. Show people around here we're serious.
Who's really running 6 towers now? No,
Show the people
billhooks are out.
show the people of 6 Towers that we look out for our own, and not just the ladies here and the Painted Lady.
All
I
right.
think we should avoid the bill hooks territory. There's still so much tension there.
They're not the only ones.
So does that mean we're gonna fuck up some billhooks?
I think that's what she was trying to avoid.
Thank you, Jewel.
Well, how do we claim this shit then? Because I mean, we're pretty much in billhooks territory.
Eric, are we just in Billhook's territory, or what other gangs are around here that we can take turf from?
No, that you want to take turf from from different gangs in the Six Towers.
I want to take turf from someone who's not the Billhooks in Six Towers.
Okay. Are you looking for somebody who would be stronger than you or weaker than you?
I'm going with weaker. We kind of suck.
I'd be all right with taking from the weak right now. Like,
I'm
definitely.
going with stronger. We're ambitious, man.
We are ambitious. How about equal?
That's not
Okay, you want
ambitious.
somebody equal? Oh, that's...
I mean,
that's-
ambitious is good. If we take it from somebody stronger, that's going to be more XP. But I kind of am with Vale on this one, at least like out of character. With
Like,
a
let's actually
strong-
get something we can do.
Yeah, take something that we can hold on to.
So you're looking for some kind of like property, right?
Yeah, well, mechanically, I'm looking for turf. But
Okay, yeah. Well, no, that's interesting
But
because
that's
I was
like-
going to recommend like the cabbies and stuff would actually be a big deal here, that kind of stuff. But no, if you want somebody who actually has some stake and some territory around here, yeah, and you want somebody about equal to you, I was gonna so there's a group called the Lost, but they're kind of So give me a quick little spiel about the Lost and what you know about them. They're kind of good guys in terms of they're kind of Robin Hoody type folks. They
So they rob from the rich. Let's get them. Let's get them out of here.
yeah, they take from rich clientele and they give it to the destitute, the poor. They're one of the few groups. They're not very popular. They're not very strong because they don't care about race or anything like that. They really are just, if you're in the fucking streets, we're gonna watch out for you. You know that they have a, that they're they're led by a former, some kind of like captain or some kind of sergeant, somebody from the war of Scoville and Unity with Akarosi stuff. You know that they've been notably silent during the conflicts between the Billhooks and the Scovelanders.
Sith Master's giving you shit
Perfect.
for actually giving us something tier appropriate.
Oh yeah, I know, man. I'm providing actually on tier level stuff now. I know what the fuck is
Kind
this?
of crazy.
Am
It's
I
kinda weird.
Yeah, am I growing soft? Is that what this is? Yeah, no, I mean this is what you
We
asked for.
specifically
No,
asked
yeah,
for
you
it,
specifically asked for this.
so-
Yeah, they're literally they help orphans. Like Annie is like a part of.
let's
of
shut
the
that
Lost.
shit down.
Yeah.
We're not
Jesus.
good, guys.
So cool.
Let's take from them.
What happened
Let's
to
take
Vale?
from them and take their orphans.
Lots of things have happened to Vale. You don't want to know.
Holy shit.
She's going down a dark path, man.
You guys all are
Yeah,
going down a
maybe
dark
like
path.
you're just like looking at like, holy shit, is that really Vale? Like,
So
You
I
did
kind of
check
gave you
behind her mask.
So I sort of gave you the little like spiel, right, about who they are and that kind of stuff. You don't really know where they hang out because they kind of like sit in the streets all the time. Oh, and there's another thing I wanted to add real quick. This is unrelated to the Lost. It's just that I believe it would probably be Costa who went down into the sewers most recently. She mentioned that there's a giant spider down there, but it's kind of friendly. But we just kind of just giving it space. It's not in your basement. It's like in the sewer section. It
We
just
should
seems to have taken up.
desire
It's
some
been
level
making.
of advantage.
It's made like a bridge across the mezzanine area, and just kind of like just hangs in the middle there.
That's cool. I like that. Like,
I mean,
It's like the
that's
size of. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's like about the
No,
size of like a dog.
I was about to say it's a Rottweiler. It's like our dog. I'm adopting this. This is ours now.
I mean,
I was
it's
gonna
as,
say,
it's as
something that
friendly
happens to Mr.
as
Bubbles.
it's as friendly as spiders go. Where like if you don't fuck with it, it won't fuck with you, kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds
Sounds
about right.
good. I like it.
It's just there. Just you went
Reminds me
down
of
there
home.
one day and you saw it. Like you like probably were throwing out some caster. You'd probably see a quick vignette of like Caster like going out there throwing out some trash, looking to her left, seeing this giant fucking spider making this web, just being like, huh,
And the spider's just like,
and just shut the door, lock it, and go upstairs. Just being like, okay.
I feel like she tells Jewel about this, and Jewel's
Yeah.
like, it's not the rainforest, but Sounds like home. She goes
Yeah.
down there with like her lizard on a stick to go, and like sticks one to the web and like eats the other one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it definitely we'll go over there and so this is interesting. I guess I want to show you what it does. It the first thing it does is that it eats it almost eats like the color out of something and turns it to gray, like monochrome, and then just kind of like slurps it down. Like it sucks color out of things. It's really weird. This thing is, first for
Awesome.
the record, if you guys have seen the latest Power Rangers trailer, it has that sort of like metal weird sheen to it. It's like this sparkly, like chromatic color. Like it can change its color. Like part of its little like chitinous hide is like red, and other parts sometimes turn to like blue or green. But it has this sort of metal look to its chitin, its armor, its body, its skeleton.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's not like a full plate armor or anything like that. It just is. I don't know if I can find a picture of it on break or whatever. I'll share with you guys what I'm talking about. But it has a very a particularly weird setup.
Cool.
Anyways, yeah,
I like that. I like weird. Brilliant. All right. So yeah, you were saying we can beat up the Lost and take some of their turf,
yeah,
murder
yeah.
some orphans.
You guys want to do that?
Well-
That sounds great.
We can like stake this part of 6 Towers as like, all right, this is ours. If you're a gang and you're hanging out, you need to like piss off or pay us.
How about pay us tribute?
Yeah.
Ooh,
And these
This is
Lost guys are never gonna succumb to that shit, so we're kicking them out to make an example.
you don't know. Do you just assume
mean, we can
that,
try.
or did you
I'm-
try?
no,
or do you
I
want to try?
I'm
I mean,
totally-
if we can recruit them under us, they probably won't because they're the good guys or whatever. But they may not want to be murdered. So
I mean, I think you should give it a try. I'll back you up with my guns. If they say no, I'll just blow them away. It's fine.
then it sounds like the first thing we need to do is figure out where it is they gather. So some information gathering is our next step.
Yeah.
and yeah, like seriously assuming that they're not gonna give in and we're gonna have to kick them out.
Yeah, I mean,
And Tella's kind of hoping that they're not going to give in and that we have to kick them out.
whereas Vale would prefer to fold them into our gang, and then have another source of revenue coming in.
Sure. Can you just quickly describe for us how Vale's going to do some recon? And then make your roll.
I would probably just go out onto the streets and take some pocket change to the destitute, right? And kind of talk them up and say, "Oh, it is so good that there are others in the city looking out for those in need," and basically play it up like I want to work with them. I want to find these lost, and in order to sort of make a not necessarily ally with them, but that I'm implying that our ideals are kind of similar, and so I'm looking for where they gather so that we might be able to help each other out.
Oh, that's right. I have to look this up real quick. I'm really sorry. I hate doing this on stream. I just have to look up the name of something real quick. Yeah, I think it's this one, if I recall correctly. So this is the group that actually I'm carrying over. So they're part of Blades, but this is also a group that some things have changed and some things are canonical based on my Cloak and Gavel game. These guys have been influenced by it, and I believe if I recall correctly, this might have to change if I go back and rewatch the show to make sure I have the right god in mind. But I think it's the Lady of Thorns that they worship. And,
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, and she's sort of like the lady of pleasures of food and sex and dance and music and stuff, and they pay homage to her as sort of a guide. Basically, they've gone from being horrible scumbags looking to atone to more of a what's the term, ataraxia, or like people who are like seeking pure like pleasure and bringing happiness to people.
Also, kind of like hedonism. Almost?
Yeah, like hedon. Yeah, almost like they see a way of atoning for themselves is by helping the downtrodden and like helping them become like hedonists in a way. Like that's like their weird morality where if they just like give them sort of like whatever they want in a way of like, here's a taste of what the world never could give you, kind of thing.
No, your life is really shitty, but here's $50 for a hooker.
Kinda.
You know what? They might be into this then, because we're like a drug den and brothel.
Yeah, they're yeah, no, they're willing to meet with you. I did a quick engagement roll just to see their sort of disposition, and they would be interested, but they are very religious, so you have to go meet them over at their shrine to the Lady of Thorns. This is let me find a quick little like picture of a statue or something I can throw on the map. But it's in the Six Towers. You know that they mostly operate actually over in like Coleridge and the Dunslow area, but they've been having a little presence here in Six Towers, especially as things gotten worse and stuff. Let me find a statue. Perfect. Death Mistress statue. Thank you, free assets. Let's put it here. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. You guys. Oh wait, no, I have it on the right. I have the right screen up. I want to make sure everybody can see it. We're calling this the. Should I say Lady of Thorns or should I say the altar? I don't know what to call it. Real quick, I just call it the Lost. I'll just call it the Lost. I should say like the Den of the Lost. Let's call it Den of the Lost for now.
Okay.
It's a working title, Lana. All right. What do we want? So, let's go there. So you're giving money to people like that, and that's kind of like all kind of ends up getting kind of like channeled to the Den of the Lost. You see that they're the type of people who would end up stealing like croissants and like fancy food from left, or like they have. You see, like their MO is more like they hire like the help of like rich people, and like whenever like there's leftover banquet food and stuff like that, they kind of like quickly like snatch that shit up and then bring it over here to give to people. So they have like leftover like carved like turkey and like rare things that people like would never get, and though while it's not necessarily fresh, it's still good and it's somewhat lavish, right? They have like leftover lavish food. And so like you like can follow, like you give like people coin and you kind of observe them going and like eating like a turkey leg or something like that, or like an eel on a stick.
I love leftover lavish.
Yeah, like secondhand lavish.
So good.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So we all there? We bringing our gang? We gonna be ready to fuck some shit up?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you specifically go without Jewel, she will be there.
I think everyone should be there, like the boys, everything, not the ladies, and maybe like we leave Stasia behind to hold down the fort.
Mhm.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But I think we need the boys and Jewel and Seer and gosh, I can't remember her name. What is your friend's name, Kelsa?
Casta.
Pasta?
Yeah, and Casta. I think we're all there.
Okay.
Like as like kind of a show of force.
I definitely have a normal load and also Mr. Bubbles with me.
Cool. So there's it smells like stale wine here. And the thick scent of like incense and not necessarily scented candles, but like that waxy smell. It's like smells of candles here. It's sort of like it's it looks to be like there was like a feast here, like a couple of days ago, and just no one's cleaned up. That's what it kind of looks like. It gives the impression of this place. And you see that there's a couple people wearing like kind of like dirty gray, kind of like baggy clothes, basically someone like who destitute in Duskvol would wear. And they're like eating over, and they're like eating like with fine silver and stuff. And like drinking from like golden cups.
So
and behind the I was going to say that real quick.
Is there like a guy on a throne?
Yeah, well, and behind the table there's a big huge statue, a bust of the Lady of Thorns, and she has like her hands open, and you see like in her hands like there's always like one of them right now has a bunch of like grapes in it, and the other one right now has a bunch of like bread in it. It looks like they're like offerings that like people will exchange in or out. Like if you basically like take something, leave something kind of thing. And like surrounding her, and she's like just wearing like a poison ivy like scantily clad vine outfit. So so you guys walk in here, you see this kind of stuff, and the man at the head of the table steps up. He's wearing, instead of like the dull gray things like I was describing that other people were wearing, he kind of like moves aside from sort of like the plates of like old food that have been like kind of like stacking up now, and that kind of stuff. And you see he's wearing an old soldier's uniform. He has his hair slicked back. He's got a nice like goatee, and goatee. The goatee is like the whole thing, right? With the beard part. Yeah, goatee. He has a goatee. He's got like a scar on his face. He kind of looks. He's played by the actor who plays Bran from Game of Thrones. To give you an idea, so he has like really like light blue eyes, but he looks pretty like scarred, and he looks like he was a captain or something in the Scotland military. I don't think any of you guys have the military background or anything like that. So yeah, you just know he was somebody. He wasn't just like a foot soldier. Is basically what you're able to pick up from it, and he says, "Hey, what's the meaning of this?" As he steps up, he's not armed or anything like that.
So what are the rest of the people on the table? Are they like kind of
just like, literally like ignore you, and like they're just kind of like are eating. There's a couple of people who are like sick, like near passed out on the sides, like leaning next to some like the candlestick holders and stuff.
Maybe like as a show, like I don't know, like someone wants to get up and I'm like put my hands on the shoulder and then I sit him back down to like show that, all right, we're in charge here, nobody move, kids.
I think I'm walking towards him, and I'm kind of like running my fingers along like the backs of chairs, like just casually, and I say, well, as far as I understand, there's a bit of a power vacuum here in Six Towers lately.
And I think like Jewel is just standing in the back with like her coat flung open and like a hand, like she's got her pistols on her hips and she's got just lightly resting her hands on her pistols and just not saying anything and just looking intimidating.
I think you guys have a reputation, so I think he would know you for that. He's like, "Oi, you're them from the Painted Lady, are you not? Are you here to donate some of your goods?"
No.
Oh, it's a shame. We're always looking for new opportunities, to give back. The rich live so high and mighty, and here we just try to get by. Are you sure you have nothing?
We all are struggling to get by these days. The billhooks were struggling to get by.
Aye. Bunch of racists.
Yes. As I said.
And he says that and he kind of like wants to scan you guys because he's like, you were friends with them.
Once.
Yeah, but there's something to say about loyalty.
There's something to say about people asking you to do things that are not in your nature.
He's like, let me grab you some cups, as he like grabs 3 cups, like pours out some of the wine and stuff, and then starts and grabs like a bottle, uncorks it, and starts like pouring some stuff. You all thirsty? As he like starts pouring it. He's pouring it for all of you.
Like everyone, because we have our
Yeah.
goons with us.
Yeah, I know. He's like a fucking like he grabs a bunch of them and like, starts,
I
like,
feel
lining
like
them out.
Mr.
Like,
Bubbles
how thirsty are
takes
you all?
a glass of wine for me.
All
He
right.
like sneaks a sip
Yeah.
while he's getting it.
I mean, he like
Yeah,
pours
like
that and
I
he's like,
continue to stand there, and like the monkey sitting on my shoulder has the glass of wine and is like letting me drink out of it.
and he kind of cynically mentions, as like he sees you guys, he's like, don't worry, it's fine. He says, poisoning somebody and under the shrine of the Lady of Thorns is is an egregious sin, as he like takes a big long gulp of the drink first before handing it to you guys.
I kind of give the go-ahead, like I'm not sensing any deception from him, am I?
No, he's being extremely genuine. He actually just wants to know what you guys are good. So what do I serve what do I have the pleasure?
Well, you said that you were interested in an opportunity, and I have come to offer one.
I'm listening.
As I mentioned, there's a bit of a power vacuum here in 6 Towers. We intend to fill it. And, well, how should I put this? That means that we have to deal with all of the others who choose to participate in 6 Towers, you understand?
Yeah. So you're trying to court me, he says. Am I your prize lady? As he takes another sip.
In a business sense, if you'd like.
Oh, well then I believe in the interest of fairness, I'll have you know that I've been courted before. I haven't made my mind up yet. There's been quite a few attractive offers. He looks at you and he says, none so as attractive as yours. If you don't mind me speaking. And as he takes another sip. Literally insinuating that you are very pretty, right?
Yeah, I'll use that.
Yeah. But not trying anything. He's just mentioning that you were the prettiest person who's come here so far, as he's met by a long shot. But
And may I ask who my competition is, or would that be terribly impolite?
I reckon that would be quite impolite and improper of me to divulge such things. I hope you understand.
I do. However, it seems that, at least of late, our ambitions, or at least our vices, are quite similar. Hedonism, you see. We could do great work together. Bringing the joy and pleasure that we have to offer to the masses.
You cater to a different crowd, though. See,
No, we do cater to the crowds with money. We don't steal it so much as we entice it out of their hands with product. It's not so dissimilar.
I'm afraid I don't see how I fit into that operation. Seems like you got a good thing going on for yourselves. You keep it for yourselves, which I understand. I think we've all been here before. Is that right, lads? And he's like, yeah, there it says. But what do you need us for? How do we demonstrate value? Because we got a good thing going here for ourselves. All the big wigs and hot shots seem to be all scampering over the scraps of the Lost District these days. Been able to expand our opportunities around the rest of town and the rest of good old Duskvol. Now, tell me what's going on how can the loss be of use to the kind proprietors of the Painted Lady? More wine.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, I'm really sorry about my accents. I'm fucking just all over the place. Fucking just go with it.
I appreciate you're trying. Like,
I'm fine with it. I think I accept the wine, but I don't drink it. I take like a sip, like a small sip. But I don't like, go to town. And I say, well, we are not satisfied with just operating the Painted Lady. We are looking to expand our business opportunities elsewhere. And we heard that you have quite an interesting operation going on here. We thought perhaps we could do business.
Yeah, I mean, so you're looking across the channel, the canal, and push in over here. Yeah, we've heard you have connections to the night market. It makes sense that we're kind of in the middle here. Tell me though, because you still haven't quite answered my question. If you want to use this territory, what do you want to use us for?
Well, we always need good, strong men. I kind of raise my eyebrows at him.
He does like a tisk tisk kind of thing. Really sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid that me and my lads here we're out of that business.
I kind of glance over my shoulder at Jewel, and I say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you misunderstand. I wasn't asking."
Yeah, is that like
Is this the part where you
cue
command?
for some?
I think I'm looking for a show of force, and yeah, I'm looking to use command. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
right, that's fair.
I maybe this is the point where like I'm still standing there and like the monkey is still holding like the glass up to my face so I can take a sip, but like I casually pull out one of the guns and start pointing it in that general direction. But like it's super casual because like the monkey is still feeding me wine, but it's also like very threatening at the same time. This is me backing her up. I'll take a stress to give her a helping die in this command.
Okay. Risky standard, I think. I mean, keep doing stuff here, but he's like, whoa, like pointing a gun at the shrine is not a good thing to do, right? He's like, whoa, I mean, let's calm down. Let's be reasonable here.
Okay.
Killing is a great offense to the.
So I would have Kelsa's extra die, but I'm also still wounded, so that's -1 die, so that nets out to 0 bonus dice.
Does it? I mean, the negative applies when it's appropriate.
Yeah,
Is it appropriate in this situation?
Is she? Well, she's not the one holding a gun, right? That's you.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
I'm just okay. So
okay.
So I would just get the +1. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna take stress. I'll hear a devil's bargain if anyone wants to offer one, because why not?
I have one.
Oh yeah, let's hear yours first, because I have one too.
My devil's bargain is that Jewel just shoots somebody. Like instead of just being intimidating, she's just like bam, like maybe not kills them, but like definitely injures, and violence is already on the table. But you don't have to say yes to that. That was just an idea.
I feel like that's too escalating, so I'm not going to take that.
It's pretty bad, but it came to my brain, so I had to share it.
I mean, I like it, but it's too escalating for what I want to do. So, okay, I'm just going to roll then.
Okay.
6.
I need to get an air horn. That was really good. Okay, yeah. So your intention here was to get him to listen to you. And he's like, fine, So what were you trying to get out of here? Like this wasn't a choice. You're to basically conscript them to help you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
And when he says fine, I'll like put the pistol away.
Yeah.
But like,
All right. He's like, yeah, all right. Got yourself a brute squad, I guess.
I feel really awkward about this.
And he's like, is this how you run your business?
It is lately.
Nice. I could see, and he's like, fine. He probably like ended up like when you startled him with a gun, he probably like backed up and like kicked the table and like knocked over a cup of wine or whatever. He's probably like picking it up while you're going there. He's like, Jesus, yeah. He's like, and probably was like setting some stuff up again when you're like, this is how you run your business. And he's like, well, I can see why you got in well with the billhooks.
it's funny because it's Jewel who is in best with the bill
Yeah.
hooks.
Yeah, I just kind of adopted them or something. I think
he mutters something, like fucking brutes. Like,
as he's muttering, I think I walk over and I pick up the bottle of wine and I refill his glass for him.
it's like, awesome. It's like, the Lady of Thorns protects us and abhors violence.
Well, then I'm glad that nothing had to happen. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that is outside of your character. I simply ask for your assistance when asked for. Information. I'm sure you'll find this, I can't think of the word, this relationship to be quite to your benefit, even though it does not seem to be so right now.
Okay. Hey, Asteyni, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Would it be out of place for this character, this soldier guy, to know that you're a noble?
I think it's quite obvious from my
Okay.
bearing that I'm a noble.
Okay, I just wanted to make
It's
sure
also
before I
quite
say
obvious
something.
that like I'm a beggar noble.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. He's like, well, that's fine. I just hope that you have no qualms with maybe the way I conduct business with your friends, insinuating how he fucks over nobles and screws over nobles a lot.
I say, no, I quite admire it actually.
Okay. I think he has like a little, like kind of like smirk, like, oh,
So what was it?
I appreciate your gumption, ma'am. Or lady, actually, you would say lady, right?
Yeah.
Lady, milady, or something, yeah. In like a noble title.
Tips his hand.
Yeah, right.
What was his name?
He never gave his name.
Oh, fuck. All right. So
I mean, he'll probably give it now, right? As
Yeah.
like to shake hands or whatever. He's like,
Mhm.
he's like, the name's Drake.
Vale. So Drake, Head of the Lost.
Yes.
Conscripted.
Yeah, they're basically conscripted right now.
I'll make him like it. It's fine.
I must admit, I'm not used to such aggressive tactics when it comes to wooing me, but I guess I like it this one time, as he's completely outgunned and basically outmanned. I don't think I need to run this up the flagpole. As he looks to you, like basically asking permission, like he's assuming he doesn't have permission to let the other parts of the Lost know that he's going to be helping you. Like basically this chapter of the Lost in Six Towers is not going to be, they're going to be, you know what I mean? Like
Under the radar, so to speak.
yeah, like, okay, so you're basically co-opting the Den of the Lost of the Six Towers to help you, but sort of like the Den of the Lost of Coleridge or Dunslow wouldn't be, is what I'm getting at. If that seems...
Yeah, that's fine. because I don't think he probably doesn't
You wouldn't.
have.
It wouldn't. Yeah. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be a risky position for that one. That would have been like a desperate roll or something like that.
Right.
To like basically co-opt an entire guild to help you. No, like, but this part of the turf will help you now, right?
Okay,
Yeah. No, that was cool. That was a fun little roleplay session there.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was nice. I like kind of diving into that. Like, I don't know. A cool thing about Blades, right, is that could have just been quickly glossed over and had a roll, or we could have done that. We just focus on what's fun. Cool. So also, we're a little bit over an hour now, so I think we're gonna go to our first break, guys, and we're gonna come back in 5 minutes. All right? That was a good scene to kind
Sounds
of
good.
to fade out on. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.